Since NES opened for the NES, Mario and sports have gone together like chocolate syrup and ice cream, french fries and burgers, or chips and salsa. Time and time again, Nintendo has shown us that when Mario indulges in a sport, there's fun to be had. You got your classics like Mario Tennis, Golf, Strikers, Sports Mix, each title perfectly combining the fun that can be had with each sport and lovable, charming world and characters of Mario. But for me, the game that does it best is a title that holds a very special place in my heart and will always be my favorite Mario sports game, Mario Super Sluggers. Released for the Wii in 2008, the game was a perfect fit for the console, seeing as they were constantly forcing the motion controls down our throats and how easy it would be to stimulate the feeling of swinging a baseball bat, as the Wiimote's shape made it feel all the more natural, so it was a no-brainer when it came to putting this game on the Wii. Firstly, I want to talk about this game's story. Yes, this game has a story, and it's actually really fun. So get a load of this. Princess Peach has an island that is home to, get this, 5 baseball fields, plus 2 unlockable ones later. Bowser and Bowser Jr. see this and decide to crash their boat, which is also equipped with a baseball field, into the island, invading it and taking over the parks. So it's up to Mario and friends to sort him out by defeating him in a game of baseball. No, I am not kidding. I just love how ridiculous this story is. I mean, it sounds like it was written by a team of 10-year-olds. A baseball island? A baseball field boat? What? That's not even the weirdest field. Daisy has a cruise ship that has, you guessed it, a baseball field on it. Peach's field takes place on an ice rink, and there's apparently been a baseball field in front of Luigi's mansion this whole time. I love it. It doesn't try to take itself seriously, it doesn't try to be realistic or down to earth, it just goes balls to the wall, pun intended, and it makes for a hilarious story. Now that was the narrative side of the story mode. What about the gameplay side? Man, it is a total blast. So the entire goal of the story mode is to go from park to park, taking each of them back from Bowser Jr. one by one, all while recruiting players to eventually build a team and defeat Bowser once and for all. Recruiting team members is done by completing the challenge they give you. These challenges can range from striking them out, getting a certain amount of home runs, or hitting the ball to a certain part of the field. Once completed, they join your roster, and you're able to pick them from the next challenges you do. Now the cool thing about this is, the amount of challenges you do is entirely up to you. All you need is a minimum of 9 players to take on Bowser, so if you wanted, you could make this game very short. Me personally, I always get everyone. It's part of the fun. Seeing all the different parks and getting all the different characters, it's a real good time. Another cool thing about this mode is the fact that if you plug in a nunchuck, you will be given different missions to complete to accommodate for it, as the controls for the Wii Remote and Wiimote with the nunchuck are completely different, so it adds a nice layer of replayability. Moving on from the story mode, another thing I love about this game is the roster. This thing is just jam-packed with a ton of characters, including some from the DK franchise. You got the characters that you'd expect in a Mario sports game, like the babies, multiple colors for some characters, and then you got some real oddballs, like Baby DK, Monty Mole, Blooper, and Dark Bones. And this is his only appearance in the entire Mario franchise. There's a total of 71 playable characters, which is the second highest of any Mario game, behind Mario Kart Tour. So for the longest time, this game actually had the most playable characters of any Mario game. The roster being this big allows the player to get very creative when building a team, as each player has their own strengths and weaknesses, and it's important to pick the right characters that'll complement those traits, or you could just be a scumbag and pick all captains. As long as you don't get mad at me when I slam my Wiimote straight through your TV. Now the story mode, the roster, none of that would matter if the core gameplay isn't fun. So is it? Of course it is. It's a total blast. Coming from someone who has next to no interest in baseball and has never actually played on an official team, I can't tell you how much fun I've had playing this game for hours on end. It takes the classic game of baseball and adds in the always fun tropes that the Mario sports games are known for. You got items, special shots, unique and diverse fields that can hinder the player. There's a cool chemistry system where if 2 players have chemistry with each other, which is shown by a little pink music note next to their character icon. You can do things like jumping on top of the other player to stop a home run, lob it to each other for a super powerful fastball to stop a runner, and it allows you to use items to throw off your opponent. It's a neat system that adds another layer of strategy when it comes to building your team. Finally, I would like to talk about this game's presentation. It looks great and sounds amazing. As you might already know, when it comes to graphics, I love vibrant color that allows for the scenery to really pop more than anything else, and this game is all about that. The music is catchy, each park is diverse enough and looks for them to each be visually interesting, and the way the games play out keep the player entertained. And it's extremely satisfying to hit a home run in this game. Just watch. In conclusion, Mario Super Sluggers is a game that I feel is criminally underrated. Man, I cannot stop talking about underrated things, but I digress. A game filled with charm, love, and passion, complete with an entertaining story, packed roster, and fun gameplay. If I had to find anything negative about this game, it would probably be that there isn't an online mode. But that doesn't matter much because the online service shut down for the Wii anyway. If you have a Wii or Wii U, buy it. You can find it super cheap on eBay and it's totally worth it. You will have a blast. And that is why Mario Super Sluggers is awesome. And with that all said, I'm Easily Easy, and I'll see you next time.